Hello, and thank you so much for tuning into my video. I am Abhijit Deepak Mandwe, and today we are going to talk about one of the most interesting aspects of our personality, the communication skills. But before we go on any further, I'd like to ask you a very interesting, a rather funny question. So I want you to be very honest, okay? Please, raise your hand if you have blocked someone on Facebook or on WhatsApp, let's say for an example. Have you blocked someone just because your friends or your parents or anybody else do not share the same opinion you have regarding your political party or maybe the food that you like? Funny, isn't it? But I'm sure that most of you have done it. Let me go a bit further. Have you stopped talking to anyone? Or let me make it more precise. Do you know anyone who has stopped talking to a third person just because you don't want to talk to them? If that's yes, congratulations, you're completely normal and there's nothing to fear about. Because that's what we all are about. We like to people we talk to, and we don't like people that we don't want to talk to. That is completely normal. So in this age, where every conversation, and believe me when I say that, pin to the last bottom, every conversation has this capacity, has this idea of revolutionizing into a deep argument, we have to be very careful about the topics that we select. And believe me, if you are supposed to talk to someone, let's say for an example, what are the two most important topics that you say? First one being their health, and second one, the weather. Let's talk about the first part, health. Nowadays, people are really not feeling healthy nowadays. So talking about that is a big no-no, okay, on a very serious scale. The next part is weather. How can you talk about the weather when you feel chilling in the morning and it's scorching hot sun in the afternoon? So that topic is again a big no-no. So that is the most important thing about communication. You do not really know how to start, how to end, or how to maintain an even pace that you're going to have an interesting communication or interaction with the other person. Let me share an interesting fact with you. There have been n number of researchers on this part, that nowadays we are more polarized. We are more apart from each other than we have been in history of our ages. Now the most biggest culprit for this situation is technology, because a part of it goes to the culprit being technology. Now we all might be aware of the issue that we text someone a bit more bigger time than we actually see the person face to face. Believe me, a standard research technology has said that teenagers nowadays, and not to mention only teenagers, send more than 100 texts to a friend than there's a probability of them actually meeting them in person. Now, there can be many inferences during the text, but actually, let's just assume the fact that we do get more interested when you actually talk to the person. So today what we are going to do is, I'm going to walk you through 10 basic commandments of having a good conversation, an engaging conversation. Because let's just stay for the fact that we all have had that conversation. We have had really great conversations, be it with our parents, our teachers, our friends for an example, we have had them. Can you remember one such conversation when you were really engaged? Can you remember one such conversation where you felt that you just don't want it to end, and you just want it to go on, and whether it stopped at the moment, you immediately started looking for having another conversation with the same person. It doesn't happen every time with every person, right? That's what it is. You do not have to go and pay attention where in fact you're actually paying attention. So let me just give you a few quick facts about having a good conversation, which you would have heard about it until this point of time. So the first one being smile. Definitely, you're supposed to smile, right? The next one you are very much heard about is nod. Why to nod? Because you want to show the other person that you're showing that you're paying attention, right? Other quality that you need to show, that is you are asked to show to have a good conversation, is you need to have a good firm shake before the starting of the conversation. Like this, you would have heard n number of things about having a conversation. I just have one tip I just have one comment to talk about all these things. Forget them. Believe me, you literally have to forget all those cliche and artificial things that are taught to you regarding having a good conversation. Because, number one, you do not need to show that you are paying attention. You do not need to pretend that you are paying attention by eye contact or smile, whatever, if in fact you are paying attention. So why not, let's just be practical and practice about being practical rather than showing the artificial attention. Now, I'll be very honest to you. I talk to people I like, I talk to people I do not like. I even talk to people I deeply disagree with on a very personal level. But every time I end the conversation, I make sure that I am heavily amazed by that conversation. I make sure that I have a great conversation with them. So I'm going to share a few of my tips with you, and I hope you find these tips really helpful in your day-to-day personal as well as professional life. Here it goes. So the number one thing that I always take into consideration while having a good conversation is do not multitask. And about multitask, I mean do not play with your keys or think about what's going on, but be present in the moment. Do not think about what argument you had with your boss. Do not think what you're going to have for your dinner. If you want to leave the conversation, just be bold, say goodbye and leave the conversation. But do not be half present in it and out of it. So the first and the golden rule, please believe me, is do not multitask. The second rule is do not pontificate. This might be actually a new word for few many people, so let me brief you on what actually pontification is. If you want to have a conversation where you do not want to be interrupted by others' opinion, please go write a blog. No, seriously. Because a conversation is about listening as much as it is about talking. And pontification is giving the other person to speak, to the space to show their opinions. So do not pontificate. Let the opinion share between you, because that will leave you with a great communication with the other person. The third and probably the most important of the 10 points is use open-ended questions. Believe me when I say open-ended question, take a cue from the journalist. Take all the 5 basic WH questions into the mind. What, where, which, how, when. Talk about it. Simplify the questions. Do not entangle into bigger, larger questions. Let me give you practical examples. If I ask you about, are you angry? You will say, yes, I am angry, no, I am not angry. Now, what is that one word in the question that you actually responded to? Angry, right? Because that being the most powerful word of that statement. Similarly, you do not have to ask such straightforward questions to the other person that you are talking to, because in this case, they do not have to think about it. Rather than go for some interesting questions like, so how did it feel? How was your last vacation? Because when you ask interesting questions, believe me, you are bound to get much more interesting answer. And that is because the other person actually need to stop and think about how did he feel about it. Which is why you are going to end up having a great conversation with the other person. The next topic being, go with the flow. As even I am talking right now, there are hundreds of thoughts coming into my mind. But the key to those thoughts is, if they are coming out of your mind, let them go out of it. You know, there are n number of reality shows nowadays. But what many of them might do on a real life reality stage, in a live show, let's say for an example, is that the guest is talking for n number of times, for n number of minutes. The host comes after some time and he asks the same question that the guest has already answered. Because when the guest was speaking, the host popped up with an interesting question. And he stuck on to that thought without remembering the fact that the guest has actually answered the question. So very important, and being very cautious, okay? The very cautious principle of having a great communication is just go with the flow. Next one is really easy, okay? And that principle is, if you don't know, say you don't know. There's a very famous saying about these things, okay? एक झूठ 100 झूठ के बराबर होता है. Because when we hide something, to hide that particular fact, we have to tell 100 more lies. Apart from that, it is much basic and it is very suggestive, rather than if you don't know, just say that you don't know. That's it, wrapping it up. Next is, do not, and I request you all, please never equate your experience with some other person's experience. If the other person is sane, or if he's sad about losing a family member, do not start talking about the time you lost your family member. If a person is explaining to you, is sharing the joy of having a great vacation at Mauritius maybe, do not try to tell them how amazing your last experience was. Because A, it's not the same. It never is the same. So why to tell your experience when the other person want to share his experience? B, it's not about you. It's about the person that you're talking to. Make them feel special. Give them the space to have a great communication with you so that next time, if the person has a vacation, he'll definitely come to you to talk to. Next is, do not repeat yourself. This is a very simple thing. First, it's quite boring. Imagine me repeating the first point of go with the flow 7 times out of 10. It will get boring, right? You probably would switch this video off and go to the next video. But believe me, I'm not going to do something like that. So let's just end with it. Do not repeat if you want to have a great conversation with the other person you're talking to. Next is stay out of the weeds. Now weeds, let me give you a very standard definition. Weeds is the unnecessary part. The unnecessary parts of gardening, maybe we can call it. Weeds in conversations are really hazardous, okay, believe me. It is because the person do not want to know every detail that you have had in a vacation. I'm just taking an example of vacation because it is one of the most important topic that we discuss in our day-to-day lives. So, stay out of the weeds. Share the joy that you had, but do not give the exact times of when you woke up, when you went on your trip, and when you slept, and number of things like that, okay? Stay out of the weeds. Next is, listen. This is one of the most, or may I say the most important skill of having a good communication with the other person. Listen. Because when you listen, you give the other person the respect that yes, you do have some space when you want to talk to me. First, we do not listen at all. Let's be very frank. And the prime reason being that when I am talking, I love to talk. Why do I love to talk? Because when I am talking, everybody is listening to me. Everybody is looking at me. Why? I am the center of the attraction. I am in power and people tend to like that. So, I'd rather talk than listen. And the next important part about listening is that you enjoy the conversation of other person. You enjoy the space of other person. So please, 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 out of the 10 points, even if I have to give you only 1 point regarding the communication skill, that would be listen to the other person. And rule number 10, one of the most important, be brief. Now, justifying the topic of the number 10, I won't say long, but just this thing. A good communication, a great communication should be like a well-fitted shirt that you've got. Short enough to retain the attention and long enough to cover the subject. No, really. So basically, all of the points that we have discussed in past few minutes boils down to the same concept. Be interested in other people, guys. Be interested in the subjects that you're talking with the other people. Just to wrap up this video, I'd like to share a very small experience of my childhood. I'd grown up in a family where my grandmother is a retired headmistress. So when she was in her schooling days, when she was a headmistress in school and I was in my schooling days, I used to visit the schools that she was a part of. I used to visit some other people that she knew. And slowly and steadily, you can say, consciously or subconsciously, I have grown assuming the fact that each and everybody of us has something or the other amazing talent hidden in them. And it's upon us how to get that talent into us from the other person. And the only way, the only method that via which we can do this is communication. And I think this fact that everybody is special in some or the other way, I put it this way, that everybody is expert in something actually had made me a better host today. Because as far as possible, apart from the videos of course, as far as possible, I try to keep my mouth shut, my ears and mind open. So that I can gather as much as knowledge as I can via any source possible and I can speak whenever necessary. But believe me, when I follow this principle in my life, I am never disappointed. So I'll just leave you with this for today. Go out, talk to people, be amazed. Because end of the day, if you follow these 10 rules or God knows, only one, listen, you will be amazed and you will be wanting for more conversations. Thank you so much. That was all from Abhijit and I'm signing off.